Dear students, let us discuss about some more functions and their graphs in this class. Fractional part of a function, fractional part of x, signum function. Uniformly defined. Piecewise defined functions. So let us discuss these four functions in detail today's class. Fractional part of x, notation like this. I'll put x in flower brackets. It is defined as x minus integral part of x. It's very simple. Once you take x as 1.2, which I can write 1 plus 0.2, integral part of x as 1, fractional part of x as 0.2. Right? So even if you write x minus integral part of x here is 1.2. Integral part of 1.2 will be only 1, which you get 0.2. So this is what fractional part, right? So in it, for a given number, we have integral part as well as decimal part. If it is purely integer, decimal part is 0, fractional part is 0. Here, for this number 1.2, fractional part is 0.2. Right. How to evaluate fractional part of a negative number? The basic question here is minus 1.2. Can I write fractional part as 0.2? Answer is wrong. Fractional part is always positive. Fractional part is always positive. Fractional part I can write this here minus 1.2, I will write it as minus 2 plus 0.8. So it is nothing but 0.8. Right? So for negative numbers, we have to calculate fractional part like that. Now let us draw the graph of fractional part of x. Let us take how to draw the graph. We will assume some x values. Correspondingly, we find y values. Right? X if you take 0, 0, 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.2, 0.9999, we get 0.999. When it comes to 1, it is fractional part of 1 means 1.0, which is 0.0. If you take 1.1, you get 0.1. Now let us draw the graph. Y equal to x minus integral part of x, which is fractional part of x. Draw two perpendicular lines. One line stands for x-axis, other line stands for y-axis. For x0, 0. For 0.1, 0.1. For 0.2, 0.2. Even 0.9999, it is 0.99. When it comes to 1, it is 0. So now 1.1, if you consider 0.1, 1.2, 0.2. Here if you carefully observe, to understand the graph properly, till where we have to extend the graph, just if you draw a line like this, then graph will be up to here. When it comes to till coming 1, it is like x and y are one and the same. Right? Even 0.99, 0.99. When it comes to 1 only 0. To show some here difference, actually there also some number exists. 0.999 means 0.99. When it comes to 1, it is 0. Before that, for any x value, same y value will be there. Right? Even for minus 0.1, what is fractional part of minus 0.1? We will write minus 1 plus 0.9. So 0.9 you get. For minus 0.1, it's somewhere here you take 1, 0.9. Minus 0.2, you get 0.8. So minus 0.7, you get 0.8. So the graph will be like this. So it is say minus 1. So this is the very important graph, this one. So many questions in calculus will be based on this. So fractional part of x is always greater than or equal to 0. It is always positive. Right? Just observe carefully. It is not a continuous graph. At each integer some break comes. Right? It is a linear graph, partially. Now let us discuss the remaining graphs which I wrote on the board. Other is signum function. Signum function. How it is defined? F of x is equal to 1 for x greater than 0. For x equal to 0, 0. For x less than 0, we get x less than 0, it is defined as minus 1. This is y-axis, this one is x-axis. Let us take 1 here, 1 here. For exactly 0, 0. After 0, suppose if you after 0 it is 1. If you after 0 means this one. If you draw a graph like this, what it says at 0 also it says that 1. We must maintain some gap. We should not connect this line and this line, some gap. To specify gap, I am putting a hole here, open hole. For less than 0, here it is minus 1. Less than 0, it is minus 1 like this. Here also, if I take like this at 0, we will get minus 1, which is not possible. So to show that, here I am putting, right, open circle. This is how signum function is defined and graph of the signum function. So let us discuss the remaining graphs. So uniform function. For all x, same function is defined, we say that it is uniform. What I mean to say, f of x is x. You want to define function on real numbers, that is from minus infinity to infinity. Only single function is there. So this is uniform function. Now, piecewise function. Piecewise function means you can define on R, on closed interval AB, doesn't matter. For all, if you want to define uniform function on closed interval AB, for all values of AB, same function must be there. But piecewise means for some values of, suppose you want to define piecewise function on the interval, let us say 0 to 4. I am defining as f of x is x for x lies between 0 and 1 is equal to x square for x lies between 1 and 4. So here 0 to 1 it is y equal to x, right? For 1 to 4 it is x square. Actual graph of x square graph is like this. But this graph is for the values between 1 and 4. So here 1, somewhere 4. So this graph I cannot consider there. It represents a parabola like this. So for x equal to 1, here it is 1, here also 1. So this is how piecewise functions are defined. So what I discussed till now, one is fractional part, other is signum function, other one is uniform function, other is piecewise functions. Now let us discuss few more functions, that is sin x, trigonometric functions, cos x, tan x. So how the graph look like? Once you take sin x, you have to understand that by default it is sin x radians. Here x is a number, x radians is angle, right? So all of you know sine values for different x. Let us draw the graph by taking some x values, finding corresponding y values. Once x is 0, sin 0, right? If you take pi by 6 in terms of degrees, pi by 6 is a number, pi by 6 is a number, pi by 6 radians is an angle. For pi by 6 in terms of degrees, 30 degrees, its value is half, that is 0.5. For 90 it is 1. For 270 it is -1. For 360 0. Here 0 if you take 0, for 90 it is 1, for 30 it is 0.5, for 270, for 180 0, graph will be like this. Again for 270 -1, for 360 it is 0. This is sin x graph. So for taking more values, graph look like this. This is the graph of sin x function, where it attains its maximum at 1 at 90, minimum at -1, not only at 90, 270, for different values of x also it attains its maximum. Now let us see cos x graph. Y equal to cos x if you consider. Take some x values, find the corresponding y values. For 0, value is 1. Here x is 0, cos 0 is 1. For 90, you get 0. For 180, minus 1. For 270, it is 0. So here 270, 0. For 360, you get 1. Right? So the same graph, this part of the graph will repeat. It is a periodic function that we discuss later. So graph will be like this. This is cos x graph. It also attains maximum 1 and minimum